Good morning. Happy weekend. I just wanted to take a minute to give y'all an update. At the end of the week last week, I had a couple of students reach out to me that said that they were really struggling with the amount of work in my class. And this week was the first time that anyone had really reached out and told me that at least in a way that was particular to my class. Okay. So, first of all, I'm glad that they reached out because if they hadn't, I would have had no idea because I don't see you guys every day. So just let that be, first of all, a little bit of a lesson. Like, if you're struggling with something, communicate that, right? Because that's the only way I can know. So thank you to those people who actually reached out. So I decided to do some streamlining of this class. I think that the material that we're learning is really important. I know that it's really important. And so I want to continue to communicate to you in the best way possible. But I decided to just kind of streamline because I realized that there was a lot of confusion about like what is mandatory, what is not. I think people were just feeling overwhelmed with like what seems like was mandatory. So I decided to just streamline to make it a little bit easier for you guys who are feeling overwhelmed. Okay, so moving forward, this is what you can expect from my class every week until the end of the year. Everything will be the same each week. Okay. Every Monday, I'm going to post a daily video that will be a bit shorter than my daily videos have been in the past. Okay. In that, I'll send you the video, but I'll also send you an email like I have been, but I'll just send those on Mondays. Okay, so that'll be for the whole week. Let's see. On Mondays, you can watch the TOB videos on Ascension Press like you have been doing. Tuesdays, you can read the chapter in your workbook like you have been doing. Wednesdays, you can watch the lecture video with me and Mr. St. Cyr on Edpuzzle and answer the question at the end. And then any day of the week in the midst of all of that, you can participate in the discussion board on Padlet, okay? The discussion board helps me to see how you're engaging with the material and that if you're actually learning it or not, okay? Because I can assign you watching these things, but I don't know if you really have questions about it or if you're actually engaging with it or if you're actually doing it unless you participate in those discussion boards, okay? So that's why we do those. But the discussion board really shouldn't take you very long. It should take you a couple minutes. Like, oh, I had this question when I was reading or watching the videos, so I'm going to go on the discussion board and post it. The other thing is I've been posting 2 discussion boards, one for the videos and one for the reading. From here on out, I'm just going to post one, and that'll just be for the whole chapter. So whether you're watching videos, reading the book, watching the lecture, if you have any questions, you can post those on the discussion board. And I really want it to be your true, genuine questions, okay? So don't just like make up something random or say something that's just like a definition that we already know. But like ask an actual question or point out something that really struck you, something specific, and explain why it struck you or give an example of it or something. Okay. So just to review, Monday only, weekly video / email will explain what you have coming up for the week and any announcements I feel like I need to give you. Mondays, you're going to watch the TOB videos on Ascension Press like you have been doing. Tuesday, read the chapter in your workbook. Wednesday, watch the lecture video with me and Mr. St. Cyr, answer the question at the end. And then any day of the week, participate in the discussion board. Okay, so one discussion board for the whole chapter. The only thing required of you is to post one original thought or question and then reply at least one time to somebody else on the discussion board. Okay, so say I posted an original comment, then somebody else could come and reply to mine. Okay, so there's a difference between that. I sent you a video already of how to do the Padlet. What's the difference between posting an original comment and then replying to somebody else's original comment? So if you're confused about that, go ahead and watch that video that I had sent before on Padlet. Okay, but instead of doing 2 different boards now, you're just doing one. Okay, all of that that is required each week should not take you more than 3 hours for the whole week. Okay, so if you're watching my little Monday video, watching the TOB videos on Ascension, reading a chapter in your workbook, watching the lecture video, participating in the discussion board, all of that together should not be over 3 hours, okay? Later, we're going to have a test on the TOB 2 unit, which is chapters 5, 6, and 7. We will have that, but the test that I did before was way too long. I realized that too. And so instead of having those 4 little short essay questions, there's just going to be 1. Okay, so it won't take you nearly as long as it did before. So that will be due, I'll post it on Thursday of this coming week, and then you'll have until Monday morning at 8 a.m. to submit that to OneNote. So I'll explain that more in the Monday video. And then the next one won't be due until May 18th. That's Monday, May 18th at 8 a.m. All of this is on your Moodle calendar. So I've updated your Moodle calendar for the rest of the year. So you can go on there and look at that. If you're a person who's just kind of on top of stuff and you want to get stuff done ahead of time, like you don't have to do things specifically on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like of the week. Like you could just knock it all out in one day if you wanted to. Okay, but that's up to you. So yeah, check your Moodle calendar, see when stuff's due. All of that for the rest of the year is posted, so you don't need to worry about anything else. Let's see. Those of you who are using the planner in OneNote that I had been creating each week that you could use for all your classes, I'm just going to let you continue to create those on your own. I'm not going to post them to your OneNote. So like all you have to do is just highlight, copy, and paste, and you can create your own for each day. So if you are benefiting from that, you still can. You're just going to have to make it yourself, okay? Because it's just taking me too long to like post that to everybody's OneNote. Okay. So just to review, some things that have been removed from our weekly lineup. So you are not having to worry about this anymore. We're not going to have videos every single day and emails every single day. We're not having 2 different discussion boards on Padlet. We're just having 1. Okay. Your chapter review questions at the end of your workbook, like at the end of the chapter, I'm not going to require those anymore. Okay. They're really good to help you kind of review the information, to make sure that you understand it, like for the test, for example. But like, I'm not going to require you to post those for a grade to OneNote. So don't worry about that anymore. Okay. I just cut that out. All right. Following things were always optional, but some people thought they weren't. Actually participating in the Bible reading, like taking out your Bible and actually reading it along with me, like you never had to do that. There's no way that I can tell that you actually did that. And the discussion board on Padlet for the Bible verses was always optional. Nobody has to participate in that. Also, the roll call has always been optional. You've never had to do the roll call, okay? So that's totally up to you. I just put it in there to just kind of have some fun if people wanted to connect and reach out, okay? Also, the journaling in your TOB book. So as you're watching the Ascension Press videos, like I encourage you to journal just to like keep your notes, but like you don't have to do that. I'm never going to see your workbook. Okay. So those are things that are not mandatory. Okay. All right. Let's see. For those people who do benefit from the Bible study and do benefit from the roll call question, this is what I'm going to do. In my weekly Monday video, I'm going to give you 1 roll call question for the week. Okay, so just 1, and you can participate in that if you want to, but you don't have to. Okay. And then also I'm going to post a daily Bible study video that will only be Bible study, but that will be located on my YouTube channel and it will not be located on Edpuzzle. That way people don't get stressed out. If you don't want to deal with the Bible verses every day, you don't have to. Since we finished the Gospel of Luke, I'm just going to pick some other selections from Acts of the Apostles and from other parts of Scripture. So if you're interested in continuing the Bible study, which I really encourage you to do, you can, but you don't have to. Okay, so those will be posted on my YouTube channel. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Okay, yeah, just in general, the reason why I gave you the daily videos to begin with was to give us a sort of sense of structure and grounding for the day. There were several people in the beginning who reached out to me and said that they really enjoyed the daily videos, and so that's why I've been posting them. But I realize now that some of you were thinking that that was like too much, or you were thinking that it was like part of the homework. Just watching the daily video was the homework. So like if you watched it and it showed me on Edpuzzle, I gave you credit for it. So like even if you were just like press play and doing other things like that, I mean, that was up to you. Okay. So it was basically just completion credit for the daily videos before. Now the only one you need to do is the one on Mondays. Okay. So I won't post those every day. All right. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out, let me know. Yeah, Easter blessings. Peace of Jesus. Bye.